Welcome to Shivering Timbers Dojo. We're back after a little break. New facial hair for a bit. Oh well. They made me shave for firefighting training, so it is. That's how working on a ship is sometimes. Anyways, so tonight we're going to do our deep dive into Tedori Jujitsu, brown belt to orange belt, tip 4 from the fingers and the wrist. So the fingers is that gyaku, akushu. It's the hippie handshake. It's that, hey man, and they've got you in the reverse handshake, and they go to hit you or something, and then we're going to stop them from there. And then the wrist. The wrist is one of those funny ones. It's basically hand over the mouth from behind. As written, that's it. Well, we're also going to show that we know that very few people are ever just going to put their hand over the mouth from behind and nothing else. They're going to grab your wrist, they're going to grab your body, they're going to grab your shoulder, they're going to grab something while they're saying, hey, does this smell like chloroform? And we're going to react to that accordingly. We're going to start with the fingers from that hippie handshake, take them down, and as with all brown belt, add some strikes, some throws, and some takedowns. From the fingers, this is the atemi, gyaku, akushu, tori, otoshi. So this is that hippie handshake, and then we're going to take them down from there. The hippie handshake defense. Hey, bro, they go to hit. We say no. We come in. We take them to the ground. And then, hey, I like doing this. Something like that. All right, other side.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Kick them. Push them down here. Get them all the way down and then right to there. All right, so let's talk about what we're doing and how and why and so on and so forth. Okay, so we've done a number of akushu techniques from handshakes, and everybody always asks, oh, so we're just attacking somebody who handshakes you? Yes. Why? Because not everybody handshakes with good intentions. There's a thing called perfidy. It's a war crime where you pretend you're friend and then whack! They're not your friend. They hit you. Guess what? It happens. So this particular one, instead of the standard handshake, it's, yo, bro, and they go to hit me. So I'm going to stop the punch. The easiest way to stop the punch is with that stupid kick that I'm doing. It looks goofy, but it's not. What it is, it's a front snap kick to the hip. It's not going to disable them, but it's going to move them back. Now, could I kick them in the groin? Absolutely. But what I find is if I go up into the groin, there are many things they can sanchin to stop that kick, right? But if they go for sanchin and I
That does not help me.
then the sanchin doesn't stop anything, and I've still moved them back, because ultimately what I want to do is I want to break up their posture so they can't frickin' punch me. Now, this could be a block or a kick or a strike. You know, if I'm coming in here and they're punching, to use my hand, I'd have to strike to there. Now, I could do this. I could come in and also effective. But ultimately, when we do this, I want to start bringing it in here. So my best bet is the foot. The other one I can do is that one, which is just mean. It's not nice.
Why are you taking my balance now? I like my balance.
So I like the kicks because we remove the balance. Removing the balance allows me to then affect the next part of this, which is the takedown, the otoshi. There's not really a good throw from this, but from here, they punch. We knock this down. I've got this. I'm pulling this in. So where's the pain? Right there. I'm ripping the thumb off of the hand. I've broken my thumb twice from this motion. Once while skiing and once while trying to choke somebody. I hit my own thumb on the mat. It will break. Ask me how I know. All right. So we're causing the pain. We're causing the break, and we're using our whole body versus one joint to take them down. Again. My whole body versus one joint. Here, oh look, it's the underarm, arm bar, it's this arm bar, it's whatever. If she wants to get up, nope. And then we can bend it and come in here and hammer lock this thing. You okay there, killer? Yes. Every time they resist, we just make it worse. Now, what you do is up to you, because this is brown belt. At brown belt level, I expect a student to be able to take somebody down, put them down, and show what you can do on the ground. So other side, we'll pick on the other one for a minute. I know. So again, they're coming in to punch you. Don't let them. Punch again.
Ow.
Yes, we're being silly, but the idea is, see, they're worried about getting hurt, and they're a lot less worried about punching me. That's why we had the strike. That's why we had the atemi, any strike, whatever you can. If you come in here, what if you did that? You could try, if they go to punch, get that elbow in there, and then kick them, and then down we go, and then down we go. Be creative, but ultimately break their balance. That's the kazushi, the balance breaking. They get this, break the balance, pull this in, put all the pressure on the thumb with all my body weight on this thumb. Oh, we are going down. We're going to have some fun. We're going to stretch this out. And now I have them in a submission hold. All right, good job.
It's ending up in the most.
It really does. From the wrist, this is the ushiro, gyaku, kote, gaeshi, nage. All right, so as written, this move is one singular hand over the mouth from behind. So as written, this is what the move is. And as written, we're going to add a strike or a kick, whatever, as we grab the thumb. So boom, we grab the thumb, we turn, and we turn this instead of the submission from here, turn into a full throw. Just like that. Other side. Avoid the concrete at all costs. Right? And then what if they grab me? Because we know they're actually probably going to do some sort of grab from here. They're not going to leave this arm just swinging and twisting in the breeze. Well, they ask me if this smells like chloroform, right?
Does it smell like chloroform?
They can't scream, right? So again, stomp, kick, slide up, boom. Yeah. What happens to that grip? You know, that's mean. And then I come here. Now, if I want to get this free, I'm going to stomp and kick as, boom, I knock that back as I come out here. Again, that big throw. There you go. For those of you who are saying, oh, she's throwing herself. Yes. Yes, she is. That's the whole goal with these throws. So when I throw my partner and I throw this way, they throw themselves to avoid getting the wrist broken. You ready? So yes, they've thrown themselves. If they don't throw themselves, it looks like this. You throw yourself so that you can land appropriately where you want to. The same thing works from here when they grab from behind. Right? I come here. Yes, she's throwing herself because otherwise it just goes down here and they kind of crumble. So it's really easier to just throw yourself to protect your wrist. Because if you don't, it's going to break the wrist. And for those of you who are like, oh, I won't break the wrist, we'll sign your cast. All right. So let's talk a little more about what we're doing and why when we're doing this. All right. So it's pretty common. So they're holding you here. They're trying to keep you from screaming, or they put something over your mouth. You know, does it smell like chloroform? What are you grabbing? What are you doing? All right. We're kicking back while we're hitting there. That's, I don't care how big you are. Real quick. I can't stop that elbow strike just by holding the arm. It's really freaking painful. And I especially can't do it when she's trying to kick me in the nads at the same time. And yeah, now I got to worry about, I don't want to kick there. They're attacking me back. Oh, God. That's the point. Be a hard target. So what if she grabs me around the middle? You know, here, I'm a big fat guy. You know, oh, what are you going to do? Okay. Same thing. I'm going to stomp, right? Because that hurts. I'm going to kick because that hurts. When they grab here, I'm grabbing the thumb. If they kick this here, there's nothing they can do to stop that. You can't protect that thumb. And if you do protect the thumb, grab some fingies. Their hand is vulnerable here. By the same thing, I'm going to step back and kick, right? Bam. What about this? Grab the fingers. It's only, they can't tuck the hands if one's up here. So they have to grab here and mash that finger. And just like we learned in tori back in Tanzania Jujitsu, That hand is vulnerable. Destroy it. Wow. Boom. You kick. Now they're worried. And then go straight to the throw from there. Try the other side. Give you some room. So once again, maybe they grab the shoulder this time. You know, this is even easier because again, step out, boom, there's your strike right there. If they try to hold your shoulder so you can't get away, go to them. Come here. Get the throw. You can do a better fall than that. I know you can. So they're probably not going to grab my shoulder because it sucks. They're going to grab an arm. They're going to grab this. They're going to try and control this in here. And again, they can't control it because look, I can do this. I can step back into that and step here and, really? Yeah. And get the throw. This is not super difficult. They really can't control you with this. Why do people do this? You'll never see it in MMA. You're right, you won't. But you will see it with men against women. Absolutely trying to keep a woman from screaming, from calling out for help, trying to get away. That's what this is for. You want to do one? Yeah. So if I'm going to grab her, she hates this part because she never knows when I'm going to grab her. But again, if I've got this, I can't stop that. Ow! And then, yeah. Yeah. I like that. That sucks. That's a terrible thing for me. You can get the strike even if you're small. Once you get the strike, once you're stomping feet, once you're kicking groins, you lose focus on the hands long enough. Grab that thumb. And again, you pull that thumb off, it will break if you pull hard enough. So be careful with this. Good job. That was Tedori Jiu-Jitsu, brown belt, orange belt, tip 4 from the fingers and the wrist. So when you practice this from the fingers, be careful. So once again, we're doing something, we're putting pressure on that thumb. That can break the thumb. If you don't believe me, you get your buddies to sign your cast when you practice real hard because it pull right off. And then again, you go to that groundwork, be careful of those arm bars. They work. By the same token, doing the wrist thing from behind, practice here just to get it. Once you feel comfortable with that, start grabbing wrist grab, elbow grab, shoulder grab, body grab, work out what you can to get free. That's the atemi in the move. Use those strikes to punish them enough to forget that they're trying to get you down from here, trying to cover your mouth, they're trying to grab your face, hurt you, make it so you can't breathe, make it so you can't call for help. Get their attention off of that just long enough to grab that thumb and throw them. If you still don't like these, come to class. We'll show you why they work. Be nice to you. And for the rest of y'all stay safe. Thanks.